There we go.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here today with Maye, a role model who has built her dietitian business her whole life and is now defying the norms of living at age 77, writing books, speaking, modeling with incredible fashion and lifestyle. As we all know, we humans have a fashion overproduction problem. We produce over 100 billion items of clothing per year, often with synthetic plastic, polyester, and man-made toxic chemicals. In my past, I've contributed to the problem, opening 1,000 stores in China and a global fashion brand, Karl Lagerfeld. But now I'm investing in solutions and on a crusade against man-made toxic chemicals, as well as fast fashion. Maye, you've often spoken about enduring style, choosing pieces that last rather than chasing trends. In a world dominated by fast fashion, how do you see personal style as a form of sustainability? And what does timeless really mean to you?
Well, timeless means fashion, and I thought for this talk I would wear 10-year-old clothes, shoes, pants, shirt, and this one is actually only 2 years old. But to make things sustainable, you really need to choose items that you can wear, and you can wear it twice and 3 times. It's okay if people see you in the same clothes. And if you have clothes you don't like, there are many places where you can actually donate your clothes and make sure that it continues on its path.
Fantastic. And besides clothing, also in living, Maye, you've chosen to lend your voice to be the brand ambassador of the Sustainable City Project in Dubai. What inspired that decision? And why do you believe cities play such a powerful role in shaping healthier people, stronger communities, and a more sustainable future?
Well, as a health scientist, I was in private practice for 40 years, seeing patients every weekday, and they just feel like I'm into good health. And so I visited the Sustainable City, and I was so impressed because everyone there is working hard and they are happy about it and they're making things themselves, and it's just beautifully kept. And then the children are playing in the park and it's safe, and everybody seemed happy, and I was very happy to accept the ambassadorship.
Amazing. And I believe the Sustainable City is planting a lot of trees and making it very green. Mm-hmm. And you'll be doing a photo shoot there next week.
Yes, I will be doing a photo shoot to show the different areas of the city.
And to your everyday living, Maye, you've been a dietitian most of your life, and you've cared a lot about well-being and living healthy. How do you connect the choices we make for our own bodies, like what we eat, how we live, with the health of the planet we depend on?
Well, the thing is, I did write a book, A Woman Makes a Plan, and then there's a section on nutrition, and it's just about eating well, making good choices, and watching your portion sizes. And with my patients, I would always start with plan ahead, eat when hungry. Because the problem is we have a big problem with obesity in the world, and that increases your risks for chronic diseases like heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, cancer. So we need to really keep our weight in a healthy state. And in the same way, then your clothes last a long time. Because if you gain weight, you have to go up a size. And in my book, twice I was over 90 kilograms. But just from stress eating, and many of my patients also had stress eating, so I understood exactly what they're going through. So I have very good control of my eating habits, except yesterday's lunch, when that dessert was the best I've ever had. And so I did eat 3/4 of that. But otherwise, I have to be very careful. And I want everyone to realize it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah. And everyone, please get Maye's book, A Woman with a Plan. Mm-hmm. And in the book, you talk about the nutrition and how we should make plans and how we eat. But can you also share a little bit more about your dietitian work?
Okay, well, I did a lot of research work as I was a research officer at university. I had weekly columns on nutrition, and my first Master of Science degree was with colostomy patients, and then my second Master of Science degree was with continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis patients. So they were serious end-stage type of subjects, and it's just you learn about how lucky you are in this world. And these people would be optimistic, and you're just saying, well, I can't complain.
Fantastic. And for myself, I try to eat organic and stay away from foods with pesticides as much as possible, and also ultra-processed foods. And because the chemicals can be quite harmful to our human health. And that's something that I'm working on. But Maye, please also tell us more about your career, because your career challenges conventional ideas about age, about beauty, and about success. Yes. You have done so much since in your 70s, which is, I'm definitely aspiring to be Maye when I'm a bit older. How does longevity, living well for longer, shape the way you think about consumption, self-care, and the responsibility to future generations?
Well, I'm fortunate to have a mother who worked until she was 96, and she was always positive and always educating herself. And then she was in a wheelchair and then lived until 98, but was reading voraciously, learning all the time, and being optimistic about life. So, at 96, I'll think what else I'm going to do. But all my life, I've been having to hustle to work. You always have to promote yourself, to contact the doctors to send me patients, line up with 300 other women to get a modeling job. And then it changed in my 70s. And so from my 17s, it's been much easier because I'm on social media a lot. On X, that's why my book's in 33 languages and soon to be out in Arabic as well. And then my speaking engagements, they also come through X, and then Instagram gets me more modeling jobs.
Fantastic. And Maye, you're living with such purpose. So everyone, please follow Maye on all her socials, buy her book if you haven't, and really see how she lives so fabulously. And Maye, and you're modeling a lot as well these days.
Yes, yeah. It's between modeling and speaking, and then seeing family. Of course, I've got 18 grandchildren, and they want to see. They want to see me, and my children want to see me. So I do. When I have a gap, or there's a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, then I don't book any jobs, and my children come first. Or a SpaceX launch, or no, a Tesla launch, or my son did a drone show at the Vatican City. Wow. And so I booked out 4 days for that. And as I say, children come first, and then work after that.
Maye, you really need to balance so many different parts of your life, and you have a very, very busy life.
Yes, I do, but I'm scheduled very well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Maye, for this very inspiring conversation. We should all learn to be you, eat well, dress well, live well for everybody and everyone to be beautiful and healthy at age 77. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.